Sup, fam? I'm in a fucking truck for the second day in a row. I'm in the process of moving across the country, but I am going to continue to have your daily channeled message for you. So let's see what wants to come through today. Be at peace with the knowing that as you continue to move through the important messaging that is coming into your sphere of reality through the internal processing that you are doing, it is of paramount importance that you are giving your time and energy to all that is being asked of you right now. This is meant to say that what you are experiencing on an internal level that perhaps is being reflected externally through external means that are reigniting certain wounding, reigniting past patterning, conditioning, are all meant to be coming up right now to allow for the deepest sense of integration after the allowed entrance of the higher vibrational energies that came through at the timing we spoke about previously around the equinox portal. When you know that you are allowing yourself to move through these things with the greatest sense of ease possible, you are moving into versions of self that have yet to be experienced. Not only are you allowing energies that are no longer resonant to move through you, move through your energetic channel, your vessel, you are moving into versions of self that have not existed yet. You are moving into versions of self that have existed on higher vibrational timelines that you have not been able to access yet. So treat each one of these moments that you are experiencing these emotions as sacred, because they are. They are sacred in that they are propelling you forward into your next highest version from moment to moment. Every time you allow yourself to just be, to just sit in discomfort, to sit in whatever it is that is currently a part of your present reality, you are moving into a version of self that has not yet been here. It may feel like there is a version of you that continues to exist across time, but in truth, the version of you that has always existed is not in this vessel. It is outside of it. It is beyond it. It is more than that, more than it. So as you move into and through these different versions of self, into and through these different energies and emotions, you are allowing yourself to become more of that which you are. The most important piece to take away from this message is that we are all experiencing different individualized versions of a divine unfolding. When you allow yourself to step into more of that which you are, the version of you that is existing on the highest dimensional plane is allowed to shine through in an unadulterated way, in a way that is not restricted, not limited, not ceased to be part of the entirety of all that is. And in the current versions of your reality, there may be experiences of limitation, of pain, suffering, lack, and the like. And as you continue to allow for these experiences in the present, you move through and past the versions of self that continue to have to experience them. As you move into and through these different versions of self, through these different emotional energies, these experiences are no longer resonant with the version of you that is in the present experience. The letting go and the processing and the releasing and the presence with these energies allows you to step into different versions of self that have not been experienced up until this point. Each individual experience in an individual moment is a different version of self. It is an experiential timeline that you are choosing to tap into. And so as you continue to move through emotional energies, releasing energies that no longer resonate, you are propelling yourself forward and higher into different dimensional experiences, higher vibrational levels of awareness or consciousness. So continue to do the work that is being asked of you right now, as this integration period has been told about for much time. And it is important to allow for integration. Give yourself the time and space necessary to be able to move through these energies, as it is exactly on time, and you are exactly on time. There is no mistake that it is part of the collective shift you are all experiencing. And as we continue to allow you, as you continue to allow yourselves to move through this experience of time, you are moving closer to your experience of a shift, of a version of reality that is not the same as the one that you are currently experiencing. And this is done through your own incremental changes, through your experiences of yourself as they continue to differ and change and move and grow and expand. And this expansive quality is going to continue to allow you to move into what you need to be to allow for this greater collective shift to occur. You are all exactly where you need to be at this time. We love you, we are here for you, and we will give you more updates as timing continues. I like that, because I like that they said that every time, because we live in like a linear version of reality, or we're experiencing things in a linearity. And so it's like, okay, it's harder for us to detach from this specific version of self, because we experience it as the version of self that's gone through all of these things. And so that makes it harder for us to detach from it on a human level. But what they're saying is that in each moment, we are a completely different version of self. We are tapping into a completely different timeline because it's tapping into a different frequency. And each time we allow for old emotional energies to pass through us, we are propelling ourselves forward into a new version of self, into a new timeline. So that's all for today. I love you all, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.